Welcome to the PrinnyCast Roundtable for July 13th, 2013. We're a casual weekly show where we talk about what we've been up to and all the gaming-related stuff that's happened over the last week. We're your hosts. I'm Chris. This is Grover.
Hello.
This is Mike.
Hello.
And once again, in the background this week, you'll see some more of those Kickstarter projects. Check out the links below if you're curious about any of them or want to help fund them, though I think most of the trailers, in this case, they're probably already out of their time limit. Before we get into the games this week, EVO is going on this weekend, even as we speak. I'll be watching it in my spare moments, as I already pretty much have. There's already some drama going on. And then including something we'll be talking more about in game news, but that included Nintendo being a little crude with Smash Brothers. So,
yeah.
And another band-happy company joined Square as EA reared up yet again for episode 25 to have us flagged over the Sims footage from way back then. That was like March. That's months ago. And it's disputed, but this is pretty much it, folks. I so much as smell another one of these claims for anyone, I have to pull the old episodes, and I think we're probably going to have to do this anyway. I know a lot of the older episodes don't get watched exactly as backlog, so it's probably not going to hurt anybody's feelings, but that is still a lot of work that we all put into, and it's just going to disappear. So I might try to find somewhere like Vimeo or Blip or somewhere that would take us and allow us to upload those, so at least they're archived somewhere. I still have my copies, so us deleting them isn't going to be like the end of them.
Just come down and we'll find somewhere to put them.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let EA or Square Enix or even YouTube live any of this down if it does come to actually doing that, especially over trailers. I can find all sorts of places most of these trailers are uploaded to, and I don't see any of them getting flagged. Some of these people have like hundreds of thousands of hits. And we at PrinnyCast are, making Square and EA lose so much money from running all those promotional trailers. But what is wrong with these companies? Nobody has learned from what happened to Sega last year, apparently. And Sega is definitely sorry that they did it.
They're getting quite ridiculous. I've actually been flagged on stuff that the owner says is perfectly fine that we do. And when we report this, they just ignore us. Mm-hmm. The thing I saw was that, and I did find the page and actually sent it to them. And according to YouTube, they sent it to the person, the company or whatever that made the claim. And they have to conclude as well, yes, this is not our content. We accidentally flagged this. The user of the company just does nothing. Which
I remember that Belgium TV station that flagged us for a Nintendo. Yeah, sure you own that. There's another side to this. I accidentally included the other content IDs involved with that particular video, though, and one of them was from Blizzard. This is cool. Out of the mistake came very encouraging notes sent to us from Tiffany at Blizzard, who went on to prove that Blizzard is one of the best community supporters in the gaming industry today, right up there with the folks like NIS and Valve. They actually apologized for even having our content ID flagged the way it was, which, is completely innocent. It doesn't harm anything to have content ID flags. That's a completely different than being flagged for copyright infringement. And this all happened within an hour of me disputing it. So there are companies out there that actually do pay attention to what's going on out there. So kudos to Blizzard. I may get onto them every now and then for some of their business practices with WoW or what happened to poor Diablo 3, but I still think they're a great company, and stuff like that proves it.
Well, I'm pretty pissed off at Squaresoft about what they're doing, and I hate EA, everything about them, but I'll still buy a game from them if I like it. That's horrible to say, but
not really, because you can hate the company, but when a good game is made by talented people, we should still support the game, but it is a hard balance to walk between that, because you're still rewarding the company for acting that way. Mm-hmm. I want to reward the people who make the good games, but what can you do? So yeah, before I get into the rest of this stuff, what have we been playing this week, Mike?
I played Borderlands 2 as a Necromancer. Pretty steampunky, I like it. Of course, there's the normal World of Warcraft, gotta get my WoW fix. I did mention last week that I bought Project Cross Zone, but I hadn't had a chance to play it. Well, that has changed. I have had a chance to play it. It's a pretty decent game. It's kind of what I expected. Real button mashy and easy to get in and then get back out. I've only played a few missions, though, so that...
Very talk heavy.
They really are. It's kind of weird because they're talking but not really saying anything.
A lot of people are calling it like a visual novel. Those Japanese.
Like
there you go.
I also played some new Super Mario U. Mostly though this week again is Netflix is the big winner on my Wii U system. And I actually went ahead and played a little bit of the original Mega Man on my 3DS. I got it from their virtual store. So
retro.
Other than that, not much.
That's actually a pretty busy week there, for especially considering the hours I know you're still putting in.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of it was WoW, though, catching up and helping my girlfriend with what she needed help with, so...
Always good to have somebody to play along with sometimes.
It is. It makes it a lot better.
Yeah, I hate playing most games myself, unless it's Civilization, because you got the AIs that hate you and want you to die.
And speaking of Civilization, what have you been up to, Grover?
Well, I have been playing a lot of Civilization 5. Brave New World came out, and that radically alters the beginning of the game, completely rewrites the culture of victory. I say it makes the game a lot harder. There are tweaks that they're going to need to patch in. The AI seems not as warmongery anymore, and this is even at King level, which, they should be coming at me when I'm in a weakened mode. The game is significantly harder because they removed all the money you make from the rivers and all the money you make from the ocean. If you don't know about this game, you're probably just like, If you do know this game, you're just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because that's a significant amount of money taken away from you in the beginning. Right now, the water tiles are pretty damn useless. You could build a city and use it as a port, but you're just using it for a trading route, and unless it's got some water resources, it's just the water tiles are useless other than growth. And there's been a humongous debate in the Civilization community about whether this is a good thing or a bad thing, and it's really double-sided. And unfortunately, I'm on the side where it's like, although I enjoyed being able to have money with the water tiles, I understand and I think it's fine. If you're a good player, it's not going to affect you that much.
It's something to get used to.
Yeah, you just have to work around it and efficiently use the trading routes. That's what they're there for. So it's just like, if you don't like it, put the mod in. And if you don't want the mod, then what the hell do you want? But yeah, it changed a lot, and I'm still enjoying it. And then I was really getting into Civ 5 Brave New World, and I did for 3 days, and then something happened. Something that kind of caught my attention and completely took my eyes off Civilization. And you're just like, what? As much as I played, what could possibly do that? Me and Andrew put our beta invites for Final Fantasy XIV in months ago, and mine got declined. And that really bummed me out, because I was just like, damn it.
I must have heard you talking about him.
You must have heard me talking about it, because I got declined. They didn't decline Andrew, and he got his beta invite. So Civilization 5 got abandoned when that happened, and we played the holy crap out of that game. I'm actually kind of scared to talk about it a whole lot because of the NDA and Squaresoft doing what they're doing right now.
I think it's safe to say that it's definitely an improvement from what it used to be.
Yes. Oh, definitely. They have done really well integrating it. It is a lot like WoW, but it still has the Final Fantasy part with it. So at first, you're like, oh god, this is too easy. It's just way too easy for a Final Fantasy. This is unacceptably easy. And then you get to about level 10, and you're like, okay, that's better. Now they're trying to kick my ass. They're trying to beat me down. And then you get to 15, you're like, welcome to Final Fantasy. This is, you're getting murdered left and right. I
think they're trying to make it a little more easy for people to get into.
Yeah, it's very easy in the beginning, and then it gets more and more difficult. All the stuff from that they added in Final Fantasy XI that made it better is in this game. The level syncs. There's this thing called Fate, where random occurrences happen on the maps and when you're out in the areas, and you go join them. And if somebody is fighting a monster and you want to help them, feel free. And if you help them enough, you both get experience. And you don't share the experience; you both get the same amount of experience for fighting.
There you go.
Yeah, it makes it a lot more community-wise. I don't know. So we're gonna get bad. We're gonna get bad. You don't know my name's Squaresoft. You can't do anything about it.
Well, it's not your NDA anyway. Yeah, you didn't sign it because you didn't get in the beta.
No, I didn't get in the beta. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. Those 2 games, a crap load.
You had lots to say about them, that's for sure.
Yeah, there's a lot to say.
I'm still on my Telltale's kick, so Puzzle Agent 2, I almost had that beat last time that we talked, so it's gone now. I'm into the later episodes of the Back to the Future one. So I've been playing a few Congregate games. Really, there's only 2 I've been playing much of, and I completely forgot both of their names. I've tried to play a little bit of Civilizations 4 this week because Grover had been playing so much of it, and I'd been watching so many of his streams. I thought, you know what, I should probably get into this a little bit. I have to be careful with it because I'm doing a lot of work lately, and I do not need a game that sucks 7 hours of a day.
Sorry, I can't mute my mic.
You're fine. 7 hours of a day playing a game that's not a good thing. That's falling back into the days where I was doing all those Facebook games.
One more turn.
Yeah, it is definitely one of those games. But I kind of had that kicked because the expansion pack disc is not wanting to load anymore, and I can't quite understand what's wrong with it.
We actually had a fun situation. Lo and behold, I got a gift today, just today, from my Steam, and it was Civilization 4. And I was just like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? I already own it. So
and so does everybody else on your list, apparently.
Yeah, everybody has it. They're just like, I don't even play it, and I got it. I'm just like, what the hell? And I got a bunch of Civ 5 trading cards or whatever.
Hey, at least you got some trading card stuff.
I don't know.
They may
what the
pay
hell it
off
is.
at some point. You may get some discounts off of something else that they come down.
Awesome.
And other than that, just my little spurts of Counter-Strike when I have those little 5 to 20 minutes to kill in between doing stuff. So I'm back into that again. That's pretty much all I've been playing. But that brings me to, especially since Grover mentioned that I have a copy of Shank for Steam. And we've been talking about this internally for a while. We can't really find anybody to give it to, so I thought we might as well give it to somebody out there. Now, I don't know if any of you guys have Steam. I don't even know if you guys would want Shank. I'm actually kind of concerned because Shank is a mature-rated title, and I don't know if we'd get in trouble for giving it away to a minor. But
Don't throw us in jail.
still, just leave us a comment. This is not a contest. We're just giving it away. You do not have to subscribe to us. You do not have to like us, though. We'd certainly appreciate it. This is just us saying, hey, thanks for watching us, basically. And
Say something funny in the comment.
yeah, all right.
There you go. Say something funny and you'll get it. If you make us laugh, then we'll give you a game.
And
If you make us laugh.
And even if you have it, and maybe you know somebody that might want it, we'll still send it to you. So just, if you're interested, go for it. And speaking of all that, Steam's summer sale began this week, and it's going to last until July 22nd. Meanwhile, Humble Bundle also had its weekly come out. Its current standard one is ebooks. I think it's mostly sci-fi ebooks, but so if you're interested in that, go look at it. But the weekly bundle this week, which I think is going to last until Wednesday or so of this week, so it's long enough for me to mention it. All but 2 RPGs Spiderware Software has made since 2000, so I actually picked up that one since it was ridiculously cheap. I mean, that was like $0.25 a piece. I don't know when I'll ever get a chance to play them, but they're very old school. They're kind of like a cross between the old Baldur's Gate and Ultima stuff, but they've won a lot of rewards for these games, so I wanted to keep an eye on them. You see, few days left on the Indie Royale bundle with Stained, Tropical Heat Jet Ski Racing, Logic Gun, Tales of the Maj'Eyal, let's try that, Maj'Eyal, and the interesting-looking roguelike dungeon crawler called Crayon Chronicles. And one last little mention, Hideo Kojima put on his Twitter recently this week, yeah, good one, that he was actually depressed after seeing the latest trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5, saying that his Metal Gear will never stand up to what they're being able to do with Grand Theft Auto. So that was kind of an interesting thing for him to say. But I think he's really blown away by the whole 3 different character aspects and how open world it is. And I've noticed that he's really pushing Metal Gear in that direction, so who knows by the time Metal Gear 6 comes out that it's not going to be a full-blown go-anywhere, sneak-everywhere game. Because he seems to be really impressed by this, and when he's impressed by something, he's usually pretty infected. Infected? Yeah, infected. But yeah, that is our roundtable for this week. Thanks to longplays.org for some of the videos that we used to use. Haven't used any lately, thanks to Kickstarter. Thanks to galaxypugs.com, home of the PrinnyCast forums. Follow Grover on Twitch TV /PrinnyCast_Grover, and Mike on Twitch TV /Ruzaz to watch anything. I know, not in a long time. 2-3 months.
Nope. Yep.
Grover's channel on YouTube is PCGOTW, where he posts commentated gameplay, largely about civilizations lately. My channel is Maserati, where you see me post music and largely video game remixes, but I do all sorts of stuff. Follow us on Twitter at PrinnyCast, and you can contact us with emails at prinnycast@gmail.com. So thank you for joining us. Catch our game news, and we'll catch you next time.
Goodbye.
See you next time.